Hi, I'm Bill Gelman, site runner for Play NJ, here for Atlantic City Boardwalk Talk.
And I'm David Danzis, lead writer of Play NJ. We're here at Caesars Atlantic City, actually inside the Caesars Sportsbook, which is the largest sportsbook not only in Atlantic City but on the East Coast. And Bill, as we're sitting here, we're staring at this new brand that's up on these ginormous screens in this sportsbook. You want to tell us a little about the rebranding of Caesars Sportsbook?
Yeah, well, actually, in the particular Caesars Sportsbook we're sitting in right now, this is the third rebranding that's taken place since it opened a couple years ago, right before the 2019 football season, I believe. It started as the book, and then it changed, got the William Hill branding, and now because of the Caesars buying William Hill, it's now Caesars Sportsbook, and it's, I think it's the strongest name for in terms of sports betting in the U.S. because Caesars has a national following. Yes, William Hill is a strong sports betting brand, but it's not as strong as, the name isn't as strong as Caesars when talking about the U.S.
Right, exactly. William Hill is more of a European brand, an international brand. When they came into New Jersey, it was a big deal, right? William Hill was sort of the first big bookmaker to make its presence known in New Jersey. But you're absolutely right in that Caesars Entertainment and Caesars, as far as a gaming company, is a much more well-known and arguably more respected brand in the United States than William Hill is. So that acquisition is complete. The changeover is now complete. So the William Hill sports betting app is no more, right? The William Hill desktop sportsbook and casino is no more. And in its place is now what?
It's Caesars Sportsbook and Casino. And then I know in some states it's Caesars Sportsbook by William Hill, but as far as New Jersey is concerned, no more William Hill.
So all three of the retail books here in Atlantic City are rebranded as such. There was a fourth sportsbook with the William Hill name down at Ocean Casino Resort. That name will be taken out of that sportsbook. What's going to happen to it and who will take over the sports betting in Ocean, still sort of up in the air. Those negotiations are still happening. As soon as we get that information, obviously we'll get that out.
And then at Monmouth Park, they still have the William Hill branding, but it was announced when the big press release came out last week that they're going to be getting the Caesars rebranding at some point. They just haven't announced the exact date when that'll take place, but that particular sports book is always part of New Jersey history because that's where Governor Phil Murphy placed the first official legal sports bet in New Jersey. Didn't win, but that's where the first bet was made. Let's switch topics a little bit, David, in terms of Atlantic City revenue. It's like a lot of stories that were published. It's like they were painting a rosy picture, records, things are turning around since the pandemic. Everything's back up, opening, operating 100 capacity. But I take it from reading a particular story on Play NJ, things aren't as rosy as they seem.
Yeah, we just published a story really digging into the casino data. And part of this was the result of some misrepresentation in other media outlets that really sort of piqued my interest, particularly an editorial here in New Jersey that had to do with the smoking ban. And, we're not here to argue the merits for or against the smoking ban or bringing smoking back into the casinos, but one of the arguments for supporting the long-term smoking ban was that the casinos had been doing well without smoking. So that got me thinking, well, let's see how well they're actually doing. Let's see if this holds water. And the reality is, Bill, other than online gambling, sports betting, and the very sort of obscure metric of average room rate per night, every other quantifiable metric in the Atlantic City casino industry is down in 2021 compared to where we were pre-pandemic. So our story on Play NJ really wants to dive into that and try to understand why there's this really, as you said, rosy picture being painted of the Atlantic City casino industry when it's not quite accurate. There's still a lot of people that are out of work in the casinos. Over 6,000 people reported, and that doesn't even include the people who are still on furlough or were paid or put on temporary leave. Profits were down for 7 of the 9 brick and mortar properties here in Atlantic City. The only 2 that went up were Hard Rock and Ocean, and that's partly because they were in the red comparing it to 2019 in the first quarter. They actually posted profit losses. So of course they went up, right? So things are not really as good as everyone wants to make it seem. And I want to be clear, I'm not by any stretch of the imagination saying the casinos are struggling. That's not what I'm saying. The point is they're not performing at the level that they were pre-pandemic. They're not outperforming where they were pre-pandemic. We're still very much in the early stages of recovery for the casino industry. And it's just disingenuous when I know that there's still thousands of people in my area where I live that are out of work, and we're sitting here reading headlines and stories about how good the casinos are doing. So for a little dose of reality, I talked about this on a New York City radio station last night. You can listen to that interview on 77 ABC with Frank Morano. This is a deeper dive story than most people are used to reading about Atlantic City casinos, but it's well worth your time if you want to take a look. All right, guys. Well, stay tuned. We've got some great interviews lined up for you. We're going to talk a little bit about the Caesar Sportsbook rebrand with Eric Hessian. He works for Caesar Sportsbook out in Reno. And then we have Joe Lodis, who is the general manager here at Caesars Atlantic City. He's going to sit down and talk to us a little bit about what the summer has been like here at Caesars. So thanks so much for tuning in to our latest episode of Atlantic City Boardwalk Talk. Remember, if you enjoy what we're doing here, make sure you hit that like button at the bottom of the video. Please subscribe to our videos and stay tuned for our next episode.
We're very excited about the launch of the Caesar Sportsbook. As you mentioned, it's been a little over a week now. It's definitely, we have a long-term perspective. As Tom Reed, our CEO, said on the conference call, we're kind of in the first inning here. And we kicked it off with some great national TV ads over the past week. Many of them were appearing during the Olympics, and now they're bleeding into other areas in sports following the culmination of the games. And we continue to ramp up our advertising. You'll see some billboards in local markets, and you'll continue to see new commercials as we roll them out. We have a new spot airing today across the country as well. So far, it's been going very well. The customers seem very excited about it. Good responses to the marketing. And the new revamped app is getting great reviews. So although still in the early phases and we have yet to hit the peak football period when we anticipate a very large amount of volume, things are going quite well at this point. So we actually had multiple systems operating in New Jersey. We had the Caesars system, which was run on Scientific Games, and then William Hill also had their system running. What we've done is basically improved and enhanced the William Hill tech stack, and that was what was launched and rebranded this past week. The tech stack has been enhanced in a number of different ways. Primarily our goal is to make sure that customers can find the bets that they want to make, and they can find the markets quickly and easily and understand it in a very readable way. And so we did a lot of research and made a large number of changes in the flow of the app. And what we're finding is that customers are able to find their bets that they're looking for much more quickly. It's much more intuitive, which is a big effort that we made. And so you see that in the new app. We also have a lot of new bonus features that have been included. And on the iGaming side, we've recently launched the live dealer platform. And then what you'll see is a continuing flow of new slot game product being rolled out on the William Hill side. And so overall, it's a great enhancement to the product that we had before. And as we continue to go through the rest of the year, we will further make improvements to the product as we go. William Hill has a great reputation internationally. They've been established for many, many years. And they also have a very good presence and brand acknowledgement here in Nevada. But outside of Nevada, it's not quite as strong. And so what we've done is we've combined the William Hill best-in-class technology with the Caesars brand. And as you also referenced, we have a Caesars in Atlantic City, as well as 2 other properties. And so our strategy is to really highlight the fact that customers, when they come to our online app, they'll earn Caesars reward credits. They'll get credit for their play for when they visit our casinos in the market. They'll get the same great customer service that they receive at our retail locations. And we really plan to fully integrate the retail experience and the online experience. So when you go to the casinos in Atlantic City, you'll see the Caesars Sportsbook branding. Customers will be encouraged to sign up online, and customers that sign up online will be encouraged to go to Atlantic City. And so we really believe that that combination, along with the 50 properties that we have in other states around the United States, will give us a advantage in terms of being able to compete with the others that you mentioned who have been operating at a fairly high level for a number of years now. Yeah, there's no question New Jersey is an extremely important market for us. We're investing on the retail side a significant amount of capital to really enhance the 3 properties that we have there. We've been operating in the state for a considerable period of time and have invested a lot of resources into the state from a retail perspective. And it makes sense then to kind of parlay that into the online side. And as you mentioned, it is the biggest or one of the biggest states in terms of gaming revenues online. And so we offer the online iCasino with a number of different brands. We'll have the sports betting, and then we also have the World Series of Poker. And so we feel like we can offer customers really a totally combined experience in all 3 of those online businesses, as well as the retail, where they can get outstanding hotel rooms, food, beverage, entertainment, and it's all cemented together using the Caesars Rewards program. And as you mentioned, New Jersey is clearly a big focal point of the company. We launched our new product, as we've been talking about, on August 2nd, so that we would have about a month to get the marketing campaigns out there, get people excited about it, and get them signed up for the first few games of the NFL season. So it is incredibly important to us to have everything ready and excited to launch and have our customers be able to really participate with us during this NFL season. Specifically, we came out with a $5,000 free bet offer, which is going to be very appealing to a lot of customers. We're getting some great responses so far on that. And we also have a lot of daily promotions and offer boosts that will be leading into the start of the season. And then throughout the season, we do have other promotions and offers planned, and we'll launch those as we get through the season. Yeah, we are extremely excited that JB agreed to work with us on creating the Caesar for the ad campaign. And you'll see we're going to roll out numerous ads throughout that he'll tell a different part of the story and highlight different aspects of the program. But we really felt like we wanted all of our customers to be treated like royalty. And we wanted to put together an ad campaign that facilitates that message. And, when we went around and tried to identify who would be, a great representative in the commercials for us, JB really stood out. He's just incredibly funny, as you mentioned, on his various shows. And he's just great to work with, and he's extremely excited about the role. He's really looking forward to participating at the different events. His favorite team is the New Orleans Saints, and so we're going to be having him down there when we kick off the football season at the Caesars Superdome. And so overall, it's just been a great start to the relationship. And we're very excited to continue to roll out the ads throughout the season, and we think that it'll be a very good message to the customers. Yeah, we're also very excited about the relationship we have with Monmouth Park. It's been a long relationship William Hill had, and they're great partners. It's kind of going to be in two phases. The first phase will be a rebranding of the existing facility, and that is underway. If you go there today, you'll see Caesars Sportsbook signs, and you'll be able to earn Caesars reward credits and so forth. The next phase, though, is going to be a major construction effort on our part. We plan to build a premier sportsbook, much like what you can see at the Washington Capitals Stadium in DC, and what we're building at Chase Field in Arizona. So it'll be a very large sportsbook that'll have a food, beverage component, lots of audio visual, and it'll really be a location where you'll want to go with some friends, have some great drinks and some food, and be able to also bet on the games at the same time. So we're planning to break ground later this year to early next year, and will hopefully be completed subject to final designs here either in late 2022 or early 23. The only thing I'd mention is that 2 days ago we announced that Trey Wingo is going to be joining us as our Chief Trends Officer, and he's going to be the public-facing brand ambassador for our sportsbook. You may recognize him from a lengthy career at SportsCenter, where he was anchor and the head of numerous shows on the channel. But his angle for us is really going to be to kind of tell the betting story from both the sports bettor side and also from the trader side. And so he'll be doing sports content that will highlight the fun and engaging bets that we have and the fun and engaging customers that we have, and really try to tell the story from that angle. We think it'll be very unique, and we thought he'd be a great person to help us with that effort.
We are very encouraged. Business volumes are strong. Since the restrictions have eased, we went from 0 to 60 in a week. Memorial Day weekend was crazy with our entertainment programming and the Wild Wild West, which we have 4 days a week, Thursday through Sunday, with DJs and live bands. So our occupancy in the hotel has been strong, much more than we anticipated, even with the full easing of restrictions. So very encouraged by that. We're also bringing entertainment back in August, starting in August. We have Vegas Boardwalk Live series coming to Caesars Atlantic City. So every Sunday and Monday we'll have 3 shows for the public, except for the beach concert weekend, which is the 13th through the 15th of August, when Fish is performing on the beach, evening shows. We expect 35,000 to 40,000 visitors each day to the market, and it's right out in front of Caesars. So we look forward to that challenge. And then we have the air show right behind that. Entertainment will continue into September with some headliner acts. We have Patti LaBelle, Pat Benatar coming in, Lettucey coming in after that in October. And we're really looking to reactivate our Circus Maximus Theater here, which is a unique asset for us and something that is very fun and entertaining for our guests. Yeah, we learned a lot. We doubled down on our cleanliness standards, our sanitation standards. We have new protocols in place that we've carried forward. We've kept hand sanitizer out for our guests. So we've learned that guests really now don't want to be as close to one another, right? So we've looked at our casino floors. Here at Caesars, we've remodeled the second floor and created more social distancing. And then as we look to the future, we're going to do the same on the first level here, where we have the breadth of our slot machines and table games and casino bars. So we're going to set up a casino floor of the future with more social distancing. And on the food and beverage side, we've learned that people like to eat outside, al fresco dining. We're going to continue to look at those type of options, as well as mobile ordering. So traditionally room service, a cart would be wheeled into your room and the food would be displayed and there'd be a lot of interaction with our team. Now we're promoting Caesars Eats, where you can order any outlet that's open, you can order from and get food delivered to your room. We can deliver it to the casino bars. We can deliver it to the sportsbook. Right? So that's the type of technology we're trying to take advantage of and things we've learned. Now the advantage is Caesar's name, right? It's iconic. We're at the center of the boardwalk. I think we have the best employees in the industry at our three properties, and with the name, the location, and team members to support that, I think that's a huge advantage for us. Challenges is we haven't invested a lot of money in this property in particular in the market. Harrah's and Tropicana have had some capital reinvestment over the past several years, but Caesars has been a little bit behind. So this $400 million master plan that we have, Caesars I think will benefit a lot from that, as will Harrah's and Tropicana. But we're well overdue. We have a lot of great things planned here, which can't wait to share with the team members and our guests and the general public. About 200 million of the 400 is earmarked for Caesars. We have 1,140 hotel rooms here, so about 850 of them will be remodeled. We'll have the newest room product, upgraded, upscale, fitting with the Caesars luxury brand. So between now and next summer, 75-80% of our room inventory will be brand new. So very much looking forward to that. It's been long overdue, as I've mentioned before. We're also looking at bringing in new food and beverage amenities, some upscale, celebrity chef branded restaurants. So we're looking to share that very soon. We're looking at new entertainment concepts, refreshing our pool, putting money into our entrance experience so the arrival experience is more energetic and lively. We're touching most parts of this property, which 2 years from now, 3 years from now, Caesars is going to be the place to be in Atlantic City. Well, to say it's been challenging is an understatement. We, as all employers in seemingly across the country, have been challenged. I want to say thank you to the workers in Atlantic City and everybody who supports the industry, and in particular our team members, because the folks that have showed up have just done a great job, and they've picked up the burden because we are understaffed. We should be, 300 more employees here than we have right now. So it's been challenging. We're offering incentives, recruitment incentives, just like every other employer out there. We've upped our game on wages. So I think on balance, it's been good for the workers in Atlantic City, the ones that have stayed and the ones that are going to come back, right? So we think we've already seen folks starting to get off the couch, if you will, and apply for jobs. Our open position rate has declined as the summer's progressed here. But we're starting, those people who want to get ahead of the curve are starting to get ahead of the curve. So that's a good sign, and we'll continue to build on that as we move forward through the year. Well, I want to just let your viewers know that Tropicana is now part of Caesars Atlantic City. The three properties, the one AC, the power of three, right? So Harrah's and Caesars have been, associated with Caesars Entertainment in the past, and now with our new ownership, new leadership, we're so proud to bring Tropicana into that mix. And Tropicana recently converted to our Caesars Rewards loyalty program. So when you play at Trop, you earn points for Caesars Rewards. You earn reward credits to spend and play. So we're super excited to have the Tropicana team as part of the one Atlantic City approach for Caesars Entertainment.